I'm so
Hey, Ray.
pale.
Hey, everybody, how's it going? John here with a good scroll self-portrait design woodworks. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm late. I blame Cliff. Cliff's fault.
Cliff Fault.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah.
I'll take it.
Who's on the chat there? Pat, Herb, Art,
Larry,
Cliff,
Cindy Mike.
Larry, and Andy Mike is here. Holy snapping ass crackers! You can believe that? Andy Mike is here. All right. We almost got a full panel. There's only some people here. Who's all here? Who am I gonna start with? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Herb.
Ha!
No.
I told you y'all can find me anywhere. Usually on John's panel or in somebody's live. I try to weasel my way in there. But if you got any comments, questions, or inquiries, please leave them in the chat, and the guy down at the bottom, he will answer them for you. Back to you, John.
All right. Hey, Jason Rogers is here too, joining us. Hey, Art.
Hello,
Marty,
everybody. Pat, Herb, John, Cliff, Indy, Mike, Larry, and
What's
Jason.
that in the middle of your What's that in the middle of your floor? Is that a heater?
Yeah,
I've got two of them in here.
yeah, it keeps it warm in this room. Can you see through the door? You see that white thing on the wall
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
toilet.
Yeah.
right there?
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
heater air conditioner in there.
Oh,
Wow, that
that's
is
one of
old.
those. One of those uni. What are those called? Uni
I don't know. I
heater air
didn't put.
conditioner.
Then
Totally.
the units outside. House doesn't have
Central air.
air heating ductwork like a normal house. It's too old.
I'm getting close there, Mike.
Got a
They didn't have
fireplace in
that
every room.
stuff. Didn't have that stuff in them days.
Mini split. There you go. It's a mini split. That's what's in the back room there.
I've never heard of that.
Thanks, Greg. You've never heard of a mini split?
Well, I know a lot of people put them
No.
in their sunrooms.
Hey, Cliff, you looking at the
Hello.
screen?
Sorry. Yes,
That's
sir.
a mini split.
I'm so pale. I hear you. That was good though. Hello, Art, John, Herb, Craig, Pat, Jason, Mike, Anna, anybody. Hopefully, Larry. How the hell are you?
We all, if we would have kept that trailer, I would have put a mini split in that trailer.
Staying away. Staying away.
Well, my trailer had one that like AC heater, like break me first walk in the door, and you can adjust it from heat to AC.
Oh,
Connie beat them with Wibbus.
hello,
Hello.
Connie.
Solar panels, and fan in the bath, exhaust fan in the bathroom, of course. Hey,
Oh,
Connie, how's it going?
she left me out. I am
Hey,
shocked.
Connie. Yeah,
She's
John, Art,
only
Pat,
allowed so many characters.
Jason, and Larry. Oh yeah, Connie, you forgot all about Herb. Unbelievable.
I'm just not gonna say hello to her anymore.
That's that Alberta that's that Alberta hospitality. Eh? You just get to pick and choose who the hell you want to talk to all the time.
I'm guessing she showed up after you showed Herb on camera, and that's why.
She says never forget her.
Says,
Yeah, everybody forgets me.
Hi, Connie
no.
B. Hi, Greg.
Mom forgot me at the grocery store one time.
Hey, one time I was on a field trip in the downtown shopping district of Berlin, and my whole class forgot me. Oh, that
What,
sucks.
Connie?
In a foreign.
How,
I,
how come you get special privileges?
I'm special. So I
I was,
ride a short bus.
I was thinking.
I do too, and I eat special things.
Mark.
Morning, Mark.
Lindsay in his house.
Hey, Mark, what you up to?
Mark?
Hey, it's Thursday. Mark, it's Thursday. You can come on the show.
He's up from his nap.
Mm-hmm.
You get,
Okay.
He's gonna give us some excuse like, "Oh, I just finished eating dinner. My teeth are soaking right now." You know, I'm relaxing. I guess I'm go get some ice cream later.
You
Yeah,
can
he-
talk
Finish getting
about
me coffee.
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 Go.
So I'm freaking. I'm tired today. I'm tired right now because my long day I had.
Well, I am so sorry.
Hey, Greg says maybe they're trying to loose you, Cliff.
Already starting.
Look, he's not looking right.
Mark says, "Why would you ask a question you already know the answer to, Joe?" I was just confirming because Mark. Sometimes,
Hello,
why did I tell
JJ.
Carrie? So it's karma or intuition, but just in the off chance that you might have changed your schedule a little bit because she's busy with her spinning, that you might have some free time to do something else. You might want to do something else. Hey, JJ, how's it going, buddy?
Oh, JJ.
Hello, JJ.
Oh,
It's nice to have structure and schedules and organization, but every once in a while, you might just throw caution to the wind and be like, you know what? I'm gonna eat on John's show rather than before John's show.
I'm just gonna eat John's show.
I was eating in my show, and then I come over to John's and finish dinner.
Hey, Mark,
I
how's it
just go
going,
everywhere and
buddy?
smoke.
Oh, there he
I
is.
smoke
That
everywhere.
that was
Hello,
one of the
Miss
most
Connie.
that was one of the most limp-wristed responses I have ever heard in my life.
Did I guilt? Did I get? Did
And
I
that's
guilt
on
you
a
into
good
coming on?
day.
Did I guilt you into coming on the show? Oh, good
Hello,
at that.
Connie D.
Because I just sit here and talk too much, man. You guys are the ones doing the work. I'm just sitting here taking up space.
No, but we love your
I
stories.
do that here.
Your stories and jokes are the best, man. I'm telling you.
Jack in the shop. You are pretty damn funny there, Mark.
Yeah,
Hello,
looks like
I-
everything, Cliff.
See,
I say the same thing.
I've never really been one for small talk. I'm like, okay, I'll give you my intro. I'll say hello and talk to everybody else, and then I'm done. I really don't
Mhm.
have much more to say after that, unless I, snicker or something else. But that's about it.
Well,
Jack is with us.
but that's
Hello,
what
Jack.
Herb is here for, man. He is the keeper of the keys, the reader of the chat, and general all around good egg.
But I don't only have a chance to read the chat sometimes.
Well,
Because somebody up there in the corner,
hmm
It's gonna be a good day.
Hey, Jack. Hey, Connie. Loved your painting, Connie. It looked awesome. Good
Yeah,
job.
good.
If
Hey,
you guys
Mark,
didn't go
It was
see
very
it,
pretty.
if you guys didn't get a chance to
Okay.
see it, I shared it out over on my Facebook page before she started.
But
it's going pretty good, Jack. It's another day in paradise.
Mark, I keep checking the mail, but dang, ain't no fudge in it yet.
ain't no fudge in the kitchen either. Somebody's spending all of her days on a spinning wheel here lately.
You about done?
kind of fudge in the kitchen.
Saturday at noon.
Everybody's smoking. I'm gonna smoke.
She about to her goal.
Um, she's going to do the official count after noon Saturday, but she's on track. She's definitely on track. So I'm pitching in to do things here and there so she doesn't have to do it, so she can devote time to spinning and plying and all that other good stuff.
Oh, I see now. So you don't know how to make fudge.
Good hubby.
Oh, I probably could, but that's not my. See, the minute I got to be diplomatic about this, Art, because the minute she discovers I know how to do all this fancy stuff, she's going to want me to do it so she don't have to.
That's why I messed up.
He
Oh,
may be dumb, but he's not so dumb.
Well, when you think about it, when you think about your dad trying to do whatever it is, about half of the time your mom's like, go see what he's doing, please. Because she's afraid he's going to burn the house down. Well, that's a genius at work because he doesn't want to do it and he knows that she's going to come try to stop him. So it's like, okay.
No, not yet, Jack. We just got on.
Wait, where is he?
Getting ready to. I got a lot of stuff done today.
one of these days I'll get back on track.
I just gotta go to Lowe's tomorrow and get a piece of pine. That's all I gotta do. I gotta find a junky one, which shouldn't be too hard.
Oh, look, there's Robert Fowler Jr. What's going on, Robert?
Hello, Robert.
Hi, Robert.
Well, yeah, it's about time to get started.
So did everybody else's phone go out today?
No,
I slept through it, so I don't know.
TV kept going off.
my phone didn't go off.
All right. We have Spectrum Mobile. Our phone was fine all day, but I guess AT&T, Verizon, and a couple others had problems.
T-Mobile.
Nationwide outages.
I have Boost.
Our TV kept popping up. You said Spectrum, right, Mark?
Uh-huh.
Last night and some part of the morning, it kept coming in.
Mhm.
Network not found.
Huh.
Then after AT&T said they had their stuff fixed, everything started working right again.
Somebody's using somebody's towers.
Somebody is.
Yeah.
You know the story. If the wife ain't happy, ain't nobody happy.
It'd be hilarious to find out that Spectrum in your area, all their computer systems were on AT&T DSL.
Probably are.
That would be hilarious.
Ours is by carrier pigeon.
I can't complain about our service. I mean, if it goes out, it's because some genius hit a pole somewhere and knocked the wires down. But
The other day, our lights were strobing, and they said it was something on their end.
yeah,
Robert, I'm going to Stephenville tomorrow myself.
Get it back to Stephenville.
Connie says my husband retired when he was 50 after being a cop for 24 years, and I still worked for almost 14 years, and he took over all the house stuff.
see, there's a man who he doesn't know how to play the game.
Imagine Stephenville will welcome you with open arms, but you got to go to Miss Dorothy's and get you something to eat.
Because I'll be honest, Connie, that sounds like nothing but work to me. I help. I do a bunch of small stuff that little stuff that nobody knows who does it, but it needs to be done. Just little
like
things.
Jeff Foxworthy said, you're really proud of the little bit you do. Baby, don't worry about that ashtray in the den. I got it.
I used to help out a lot, Mark, and staying out of the way.
No, I do little things. We have little divisions of labor as well. You know, I hate loading the dishwasher. She hates emptying the dishwasher. If it was up to her, you just go to the dishwasher and get your silverware and your plates and your glasses. So I'll empty the dishwasher.
I missed having a dishwasher for too long to hate them now.
Yeah.
I missed having a garbage disposal when I had my house.
You got 3 of them running around the floor.
We don't have a garbage disposal either.
He said that the pipes are too small. I think he just didn't want to do it.
So if you got a garbage disposal,
Here we go.
Yeah,
just eat it all.
I usually do.
Okay. I can do that. I usually do too, yeah.
Yeah,
I actually tend
Robert.
to eat too much. I only eat once a day, and I tend to overdo it when I do.
Yeah, Robert. We used to go to Toller all the time. Mom had to go into Stephenville to go to Dorothy's to get her a key lime pie. Oh, it's coconut
I
cream
told
pie.
her one time.
Oh. Oh, well, there's two people actually doing something.
I'll be doing something in a second. I'm just dealing with something right now.
Well, I'll live vicariously through them because I ain't doing squat.
Well, if Mark's not going to do nothing, I'm not going to do nothing.
Well, I'm not going to do nothing. I'm going to sip coffee, smoke, and talk with y'all. So, in that regard, I am employed.
Occasionally smoke. Sorry, Mark. My satellite internet makes me interrupt people, and I don't mean to. It's a major delay. The show's probably over, and I'm still talking.
Hello, Hector.
Hola, Hector.
How are you?
It says right here, AT&T service failed for everyone. Now you see why the Cowboys call it AT&T Stadium.
That's funny right there.
Oh, my
are out because there
my
was a
phone my phone was working fine all day. I never had a problem with it.
Now, the only person that ever calls me on this phone is Linda, and she's right out there. So,
nobody never calls me.
I only get debt collective and spam risk.
yeah, but I like it that way.
I do too.
The only reason we got these phones is because Linda wanted a cell phone. Because it's a pain in the butt if she's like coming home from practice, from band practice, and she wants to stop and get something. She wants to know what I want. Or if I'm down at the store, quick, could you grab a quart of milk or whatever? She can get a hold of me. I'd be happy without it. I can think of nothing worse than being that easy to contact 24/7.
When cell phones first came out, I used to make my voicemail say, "I'm sorry, I'm not out right now."
Yeah.
Remember those? You remember those pre-taped messages you used to get for the cassette machine answer machines?
Yeah.
Those were the best. Those were the best.
I ripped a piece out of there's a Cheech and Chong song years ago called "I'm Not Home Right Now," and I ripped the chorus off of that, and that was our answering machine message.
For a while, I don't know if you know John Snyder, Bo Duke, when he sang.
Yeah.
No, I never know him.
At the sound of the tone you're on.
Nobody
your own
here knows
goodbye,
who John Schneider is.
There's some people that ain't listen to that kind of music.
I'm one of
See,
them.
I would have that on my answer machine.
Greg says you can turn them off, Mark. Yeah, Greg, I could, but since nobody calls me, I don't need to. And if I don't want to, if I want to be incommunicado, I leave it in here and I don't hear it ring. Or if Linda and I go fishing, I want to be with Linda fishing. I leave the phone at home. I don't.
That sounds like a country song.
Yep.
Fish in the dark with Linda.
No, you can't fish after sunset here.
What?
You heard me.
Well,
you can't fish after sunset here.
You can as long as you don't shine them.
Not in this state.
I'm gonna give out your new number, Mark.
Sun up to sunset. Go for it, Herb. You ain't got it.
Yeah, I do.
His number is 7. There, I told.
42.
Yeah, I didn't
My
even
number's
have a new
my number's 34. Always has been. Always will be.
42. Do I look like a Jenny to you? Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shutting up.
Uh,
He didn't give the area code. So it'll take him a while to get to you.
uh, yeah. I live at 1313 Mockingbird Lane. Russ lives at 123 Cemetery Lane.
Well, you know what
I
would have
live at
made that worse
1234
on
Main Street.
you know what would have made that phone number worse on Mark's part, but was Klondike 864.
BR 549.
What Junior's doing these days? I don't know if he's still selling cars.
I think he's too busy being dead.
That can take up your time.
Yeah. Where'd you go, Herb?
He's on audio only.
He does.
Oh, he's gone. Oh, wrong button, I'm guessing.
Better he said something wrong. The powers that be got him.
Hey, he's actually gone. Gone, been gone so long.
I smite thee.
Man, I haven't heard that song in years.
Yeah,
Hey, Herb,
I'm
not
talking
that
about it all
button.
the time with John.
Not that button.
I know. I went to go grab the other mouse for the other computer. I grabbed this one and didn't realize it was hovering over the X. I have too many computers.
I only use one at a time. But I too have too many computers.
I have 1.5, and the half is
Well,
quite
Mark,
a half.
here's another song you haven't heard in a long time, and I know you don't like the genre, but disco Doug.
Yeah, there's a reason I
Disco.
haven't heard that one in a long time.
I actually have that song on my playlist, the Chilliwack one.
It was a dark time in American music history.
Sing it in a chipmunk voice, Cliff.
I do have a voice changer. It's not on this computer yet.
I know it's on that one behind me.
Oh, well.
Connie says, I remember going to the disco club.
I remember people watching people going to disco clubs.
Connie, did you ever go to Studio 54? Come on, tell me you did. Tell me you did. When you're done surfing on the beach, go to Studio 54, get all dressed up. All kinds of beads and tassels hanging. All kinds of beads and tassels hanging off you.
That's where all the beautiful people went, I think, was Studio 54.
That's why I'm saying that's where Connie went.
You couldn't get in there without a reservation. And
a rack. Or a rack.
If you were on the Fortune 500 rich list. That's okay.
Banjo time.
I'm just glad it died the slow, painful death it deserved. Connie says, John has seen what I looked like when I was a surfer. Okay. Let's go surfing now. Everybody learning how. Come on a safari with me.
No.
Yeah, and I would so just to give you guys a visual. I'm not going to show the picture, but just to give you a visual, I would say she looked like 18. Let's give you a second.
Well, how old were you in the picture, Connie?
Oh, she was probably 17, 18.
17, 18? Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she was a
I
surfer
would
girl.
dare say she looked like not quite Lonnie Anderson. More,
Oh, okay.
more Farrah Fawcett. Like
Connie
Cheryl,
said you can show the picture, John.
like Cheryl,
Sarah
Cheryl
Anderson.
Tiggs, Cheryl Tiggs, Lonnie Anderson. Like that, right? Okay,
Co-
I'll show them.
Wow.
I'll show them.
Keep in mind she was 17. That's underage, gentlemen.
Yeah.
In 10 minutes, she was going to be 18. Oh, wow. Very pretty.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Holy moly. Make yourself
Still
look.
is.
There.
Holy moly.
Where were you living, Connie? You look very much like a neighbor I had when I was young.
Right?
Wow.
Oh, yes, you are, Connie.
Surfer girl,
I
right?
remember Jungle Pam, Connie.
Was I wrong? Cheryl Tiggs, right? Right? Cheryl Tiggs, right? Right?
Southern Cal.
Southern
Okay, I
Cali.
was up in the San Francisco Bay Area, so I was way further up north.
What year was this?
Probably before you were born, Cliff.
That's why
Oh,
I'm trying to find out what year it
sorry.
was.
No, sorry. Don't take that the wrong way, Connie.
Uh-huh. Open mouth and sight foot.
Now you look very familiar, and I can't. That you look like a old neighbor I had growing up in the Bay Area. I was
Old
wondering if
neighbor.
you were. Well, I shouldn't say old. We were all teenagers.
Come on, Mark.
Just like a neighbor I would have liked to have.
San Jose in 81.
Okay, I was back up in Oregon by then. I was just north up in Fremont, but
81,
we
I was
moved
in
back.
Germany.
We moved back up here in '77.
Cliff, that picture was from 1980.
Oh, 80, I was still in
Oh
Germany.
God,
80 to 83.
1980. I was already married and had a kid,
See,
and number two was on the way.
1980, I was
Sorry.
living in, I guess, almost San Juan. Juan de Fuca Strait. Let's go. That's where I was living. Right.
Sounds close to me.
Yeah. No, sorry, 1980. I was in Belmont Park in Victoria.
She was 17 and 80, and I was 20.
In the
I was
beginning of 80, I
19.
was in Fort Bragg, North Carolina.
19? I thought you was older than me, Mark.
I'm
I
62.
was 10.
Oh,
I was 10.
I'm
Getting
60.
ready. I'm
9
getting
years,
ready to. I'll be 63 next month.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
9
even better.
years older than me.
I got till August before I'm 28.
Okay.
Hell, bunch of old fellas.
Hey Herb,
I know, I'm right around the corner.
pot, meat, kettle.
I'll be 64.
I'll be 62 this summer. Okay.
I'll be
See,
54 this summer.
in 1980,
Ooh, me and
I
Connie
was
are the
in
same age.
I was in grade 3.
Jeez. Kids.
That's
I was
what I'm
in
telling
high
you.
school.
Damn whippersnappers.
I'm telling you.
No
With the
kidding.
hair and the clothes, and the music is just noise.
Grade
I
3.
definitely turned into an old man when it comes to today's music.
Hell, Mark, when we was in grade 3, John wasn't even a thought.
No. I seriously doubt John's parents had even met.
Possible.
61? Oh, no.
Well,
Grade 3, that would have been
My
60,
parents weren't even married yet.
67, 68.
yeah, but my parents grew up in the same town.
That don't mean anything.
My parents never grew up.
Well, that's right. It doesn't really mean anything, but I know that my dad lived in town. My mom was a farm girl,
Mhm.
but they went to the same high school.
Okay.
Yeah,
together.
see, Greg's older. He was 25 in '80.
And I know my mom left Harrow and went to Ottawa to work to work at the apartment building in the steno pool.
Mhm.
And I know she met my dad. My dad went up there, said he's joining the military, and then took her back home. They got married. And my brother was born in 66. My brother was born in 66, and I think she
Okay.
was 19 at the time.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, my little brother was born in '65. So
My parents married in '65, and they were married till the day he died.
Hmm. Sorry, my brother was born in 69. Carrie was born in 66. Yeah, Carrie was born in 66. My brother was born in
okay.
69.
Okay.
Me and my brother was both born in '70. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
I was 9.
Connie says, my husband is 7 years older than I am, and I went to grade school with his younger brother.
Yeah. Linda's
Scandal,
9 years older than
scandal.
me. So
Hey,
Billy,
Billy.
how you
Oh,
doing?
hey,
Hello.
hey, Larry.
Billy, Billy, Billy.
Larry says I was in fifth or sixth grade. Larry's here. Billy's here. Yeah,
Yep.
way to go,
Hey,
Jack. 72.
Billy.
Yeah, that's when I was born, man.
Yeah.
72. Damn kids.
I know. Can't get away from them, can we?
Can't live with them. Can't trade them off to rich Arabs for really cool cars.
He frowned
But see,
upon that.
like honestly, I believe I had an awesome freaking teenagehood though. Like my
Yeah.
teen years were like the
Yeah.
best in the 80s.
Yeah.
70s would have been pretty good too. 60s would have been pretty good, right?
Yeah. I wouldn't trade my childhood for anything.
No.
Oh, I would. Holy shit.
We had a it wasn't perfect, but it was a lot of fun. And the best part about it is there is no video evidence.
Yeah, exactly. Well, but Cliff, do you know how many
Yes, sir.
people? You know how many people would kill to travel to places you've gone to?
Oh yeah, I hear you. I just meant the
Right.
actual childhood, not the locations.
Yep.
I was today's standards. I was pretty abused, and from what I hear, my
Well,
dad had it a lot worse. So I felt
look
for
at the
him.
kids from today's standards, though.
I'm not talking about just getting spanking.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad.
Connie says my husband has 13 brothers and sisters. Sounds like mom and dad
Damn.
needed to get cable. You know,
Or a damn VCR.
Well, there's
or a
only three
hobby.
stations. There's only three stations to watch. Well, parents listen to the radio, right?
Yeah.
War of the
And that's why
Worlds.
they had so many kids. There was nothing else to do.
Well, no, because they knew they needed workers on the farms, in the
Well, that
fields.
was part of it. I mean, my great great grandfather,
Hello.
no, it was my great grandfather had 11 brothers and sisters. So, yeah. And that's basically what it was. He went to school until 6th grade, and then his dad said, okay, you can read and write. You need to get your butt to work on the farm. And that's just how it was. But after that, it was 2 kids, 3 kids. And then I had 2 kids. So,
My granddad came over on a wagon train from Oklahoma. And he quit school at 5th grade
yep.
Hello, Jeff.
to work on the farm.
Hey, Jeff, how's it going, man?
Yeah,
How's
my
the
great
weather in
great
What
Hawaii
up,
treating
Jeff?
you?
yeah, my great great grandfather came on the wagon train from Missouri in
17.
1866, right after the Civil War.
If you just said 1814, we would have sung.
Yeah, that's what I was
Now,
looking for.
but I do have a cousin that was the leader of
Of the pack?
the first migration from Missouri to the Oregon Territory in 1843. him and his two brothers.
See, I know my families, both my mother's side and my father's side, they weren't big families.
Hmm.
There was only like I think maximum like it was three brothers on my father's side, and there was only two siblings on my grandfather's side, on my mother's side. Small families, and I'm so I am the last namesake to carry on my name because my children all changed their last names, so my grandchildren don't even carry our name anymore.
Well,
Yeah, but being that I never have kids, the family name will die with me and my brother. I know there's a lot of thank God going through some heads, but hey, I know you people.
so, Connie says, "Well, I'm from Utah, and they were part of the church there, and they had told them to have as many kids as you can have.
Be fruitful and
My
multiply. Yeah.
my ancestors weren't a part of that church, and they still had as many kids as they could have. So, but yeah, John's right. It was free labor. I mean, it is. It's just as easy to feed 5 kids as it is to feed 4. Then it's easy to feed 6 kids as it is 5. So, and it was free labor because even a 4-year-old kid can go out and gather eggs or stack firewood or something like that.
Tell them it's Easter every day.
It is Holland. How she's killed off most of my relatives. I'm the first generation American. Connie says yes. Oh yeah. Man, I can't multitask like I used to. What happened?
I never could.
So how many hours a
Border.
day you say Linda was spinning for it? Was she just doing 12-hour days,
15.
15-hour days?
Yeah.
She's got to kill her hands though, eh?
Not really. Not really. Um, she's um, she's getting a little bit of a ache up between her shoulder blades and her back. So she's spending a lot of time leaning back and leaning forward
Yeah,
to
there's
try to.
a lot of carpal tunnel and back problems in this field too.
Yep.
That's actually one reason why I get up to smoke every once in a while because my back starts
Yeah.
locking up.
She's
I
she's
know I
just not
deserve it, but it's true.
she's just not used to spinning for that long at one stretch. And she doesn't. She gets up and takes little breaks here and there whenever something starts aching. But we're old people. My back aches just standing around thinking. So she's doing fine.
Billy said BRB, time for your inhaler. Jeff says, enjoy. See y'all later.
Later, it's early for you, man. What time is it over there?
18 hours
Seven,
ahead of us.
8. No. So it's 6 o'clock for Mark. What's Hawaii
Well,
time?
it's almost 7 o'clock.
Okay, 7 o'clock for Mark. So
Mhm.
what's Hawaii? Is that 2 hours before you,
Two
or an hour?
hours, so it's 5 o'clock. Yeah, get coming up on
Where you
Yeah.
at, Mark?
I'm in Oregon.
Yeah.
He didn't die of dysentery on the trail.
Nope.
Why?
That was
Why do I
funny
keep thinking
every
you're?
time.
Why do I keep thinking you're in Washington all the time? I don't know why.
I don't know. I have no idea. That's about 300 miles to the north of me.
Yeah, the only one in Washington is Dennis.
I just wasted Wasting rings.
Wasted rings and wasted nights.
I was doing too many on that row.
How do you waste rings?
I'm doing a pattern, and I did too
They're not
many
really
of one
wasted, are they?
pattern. Though they kind of are, because
If they're not wasted though.
well, what you can't open and close them too many times without wearing it out on the opposite side. So I just end up cutting them.
You start wearing through the anodizing.
Yeah, and it weakens at that pivot point.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, the anodization, if you open it too far and especially too many times, it'll get like a faint white line on the pivoting part.
Yeah.
Well, I just would have kept it going if I hadn't noticed. Eventually.
Anodization.
Basically oxidize. They add
Oh.
dye.
That's awesome.
I was just going right along too.
Cruising right along without a care in the world, not paying attention to detail.
Were you moving right along?
What we have
Moving
here
on
is a
up.
failure to communicate.
Oh, that was loud. It sounded like it was. Sounded like it went right in my microphone.
What are you shooting the rings across the room, or?
No, that does happen, especially when you first start. You don't grip them with the pliers right. And it's called pinging a ring, I've learned, but
Mm-hmm.
it does happen. I haven't done it in quite a while, actually.
Welcome back, Billy.
Welcome back,
Billy.
Billy.
Hanging a ring.
Yeah.
Bang a ring.
I used to
Bang
be
a
a
ring.
major ping ringer, and then I started drinking.
Bang, bang a ring.
I see what you did there.
That's for Peter Pan. Bang a ring, Peter. Bang a ring.
I was a projectionist back when Hook came out. I still can't believe Robin Williams is gone, man.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody here gets out alive.
Nope.
We're in for the long haul, so you might as well get as many 24 hours live shows in as you can.
Yep.
Hint, hint.
I'll do a 24-minute live. But I ain't doing it 24 hours.
God, I wasted.
Connie says you start dying the moment you are born. Sweet dreams, everybody.
Way to go, Connie. Thanks for bringing a downer to the show. What the hell?
Yeah.
You just never know when your time's there.
Supposed to live life to the fullest.
Hmm?
What? I don't think so.
And living life to the fullest.
Silver, I was still doing gold.
The best way to live life to the fullest is hang out on a live show with whatever kid.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, it even
Hit
has
that like
live in the
button.
name.
Hit that thumbs up with that like button. And don't forget to hit that all bell. Like and
Mhm.
subscribe and share the show out.
And
Invite all your friends over too.
share the stream out. That's right.
Just don't cross
I
the stream.
always share.
Yeah, just don't cross the streams.
We'll tumble into singularity. I hate it when that happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to remember the name of the guy. I don't remember who it was. Said, remember that we're all born exactly the same way. Naked, bloody, and screaming. and it doesn't have to end there if you know how to live.
That's right.
Sounds like George Carlin would say it.
I was gonna say George. Some of those on George.
I
Carlin.
don't think it was him, but it was some comedian. I don't remember which one.
P.T. Barnum when he was drunk. Oh, it's warm in here.
The greatest showman on earth. What are you talking about?
I'm smoking less tonight.
Poor Les.
Oh, God. Less is more.
Hey, howdy,
That's-
Sargon.
Hello.
Quite. That's not quite how I envisioned your stripes going though, Cliff. I had something different in my mind.
I did too at the very first. What
That
did you
looks
have
kind
in
of
mind?
cool, though.
Thank you.
I was thinking more like a swirl rather than chevron.
Uh,
That almost looks like a dangerous wide load.
I have a, I had considered doing like zigzag, but I mean this is my first diagonal
You got that?
pattern, so I had to start easier. But I have a feeling I'm going to be doing this weave for a while because it's so comfortable.
Yeah, it's looking good.
My mommy, thank you. My mom said these look a little more expensive. I would keep doing these.
Yeah, well,
No, I guess you charge more for
They
them.
are ring eaters, a 7.5 inch or 7.5 inch. Oh, let's start over. 7-inch necklace with this many rings wide is about 496 rings. So it goes through.
So
But this is
496.
a European 4-in-1.
Hey, let's just round up to 500 rings, right?
Okay.
So if you're going at it per cost per ring, how much do you charge for like how much does it cost you for a bag of rings? Are they by weight or are they by quantity?
They're by weight. The smaller rings like that, there's about 4,600 for a half pound, and that's
Oh, wow.
about $30 for $30 per color.
4,600 half pound, 30. Let's say $40, right?
Okay.
Okay, so if you were to weigh an individual ring, because that's how they get their weights, right? They weigh one ring,
Yeah.
throw them in a bag, and then you got your weights, right?
You'll.
So let's say one ring weighs what, quarter ounce?
I guess I
Well,
could weigh one real quick.
usually on things like this, what they'll do is they'll put a known quantity in the scale.
Yeah.
And like we had that for inventory at the dental equipment company I worked for. You'd have a bunch of little nylon washers. Well, you can't weigh a nylon, you can't count nylon washers. So you'd
It's not
throw
even
10 of them,
registering it.
you'd throw 10 of them in the scale and tell it you threw 10 in there. And then it would tell you ready and you dumped it into that scale. And it would take
Yeah.
that weight and say you have 736.
Okay,
So,
so out of one bag you can get 9 of those bracelets,
mhm.
right? These are all approximates, right? So if you get nine
Yeah.
9 bracelets out of one bag, and your bag costs $30, 30 gives
My
you
head's starting to smoke
three,
trying to do math.
like 0.003 cents per ring.
So you'd have to tape it to a nickel to say you was throwing something away, right?
But no, originally I had started doing 5 rows of gold, 5 rows of silver, 5 rows of gold. But it just it looked too costumey, I guess.
And Miss Liz Sanabria is here tonight.
Hello,
Liz.
Liz.
Oh, hey Sargon, how's it going, man? Hello, Liz. So
Yeah,
technically, you're only using $1.50 worth of rings on that. You know that, right?
Yeah, most of it's the amount of time that it
Yeah,
takes.
time,
And labor.
time and labor. Plus, plus your plastic
Actually,
costs too.
I tend to price them by the amount of rings and the amount of time it takes to do them. I don't really consider labor part. It's just
I know,
the harder
man.
it
I
is
still
for me
think
to
you're.
make, the more you're gonna pay.
still think you're I still think you're underselling yourself on those.
I appreciate that. If I start, making sales left and right, then I may. I don't have the
Because
luxury of much of a choice.
this awesome bracelet has lasted me almost a week so far.
Mine's lasted me a few weeks. I mean, it's got a scuff here and there because I've been doing everything in it.
So I was asking Dave the other
Yep.
day, my boss, right? So Dave, if you were to get one of these bracelets custom made with Prairie Science colors on it, what colors would you go with? Because why would I want a bracelet with Prairie Science colors? I said, because it's your company, right? So
I'll take
here's
3.
the logo. Here's the logo, right? Obviously red and black and white, but you have to throw some yellow in there somewhere, right?
Oh, that's cool.
Red, white, black, and yellow.
I'll make one.
Hmm.
So white primary, red
No, because I got to.
secondary. Actually, which one would you consider
No.
more?
Primary,
Because white would be
red.
silver.
Oh, see, okay, so our trucks are white
Okay.
with red accent
The red.
and black bins.
Red, white, and black.
But there has to be some gold on there
I don't
for
know.
the
I feel
print.
like the yellow, if I just did it once every few rings, it might just look like it doesn't go with it.
Well, see, but the gold represents the wheat stock, right? Which is for the prairies.
Okay.
Hey,
I could
Will.
do well.
Hey, Will.
Hello, Will.
Hey, William, how's it going?
Hey, Will. John, I'll do one for your boss if you think he'll wear it and you have some input on what should go where.
Well, yeah, I would have to see a color combo together, like before you put it together, though.
Okay, I'm trying to think if.
It was just
Let's
food
see
for
here.
thought, though, right?
I hear you. Well, here's red and black.
There's the red and black together. Now, where
I
would
don't know
you
if I
fit
have
the?
any. See
Where
that
would
I
you
was
enough
thinking
like
the silver would have to go somewhere to be white, and then yellow somewhere. Like every 10th ring or so, I figured on the yellow. I'm trying to think if I have anything with.
Relax. I don't need it right now. Work on what you got.
Oh, I know.
relax?
Damn
Don't do it
Sorry.
when you want to do it. Relax. Don't do it. Yeah, Larry LC has an idea. How about keychains for all the trucks?
Yeah, that'd be cool. I have keychains.
No, they'll lose them.
They lose the keys that easy?
Yes.
Okay.
But no, I would start on that right after I finish this one. I got no problem with
See,
that.
I don't see. I have two keychains. This is my personal key set of keychains, and I got a work set of keychains. Now, my work set of keychains has a special key on it. There, I'm gonna go grab the key. I'll show it to you.
He's got
I'll be back in a
Here's the
second.
keychains I'm at.
Greg
This is
says you
the-
can.
Sorry.
Greg says you can make snow chains.
I'll be back in a second.
They'd have to be much stronger than aluminum. But no, this one's called full Persian. The one that John's wearing and I'm wearing is half Persian. Invented by Meade Simon. That may be the only keychain I got
It's a
left.
small world after all.
I can make them all day.
World after all.
I hope this looks worth a damn. I wanted to have equal size, but I guess we'll find out.
Will says his next live is March 20th for his 1 year anniversary.
Sorry.
Right. Yes, anniversary. That's how they spell it. That's how I'm going to say it.
You couldn't pay me enough to try to learn English as a second language.
I'm serious.
Just going by what Gallagher said. Bomb, tomb, comb. Okay. I had a German girlfriend for a while, and she would say, "Go at the store," and I tried to explain the difference. You go to the store, and once you're there, you're at the store. That's
These are my work keys.
Okay.
This key here is $320.
Nice.
Wow.
Now the guys have lost 6 of these.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
They lose
Maybe
one
they need
about
it.
every 6 months. So if they're gonna lose,
John, you
the
need one of
freaking
these.
they're gonna lose these keys, which opens the back gate, all the doors to the shop, and some of the bins on the trucks. If they lose these keys, then you're screwed. You can't get in the shop. You can't
Yeah,
get out of
but
the shop. You can't in or out of the backyard.
the more keys
Well,
they lose, the more keychains they got to get to make.
and I bet you if your boss said, I bet you if your boss said if you're responsible to that key and it comes up missing, you're paying for it. They'll quit losing them.
Well, but that's just it. The boss will not stop paying for them because he has to keep control of the keys, right?
Right, but they don't have to know that. If they say if he says you lose it, you bought it.
Yeah.
I'm taking it out of your pay. He'll lose a lot fewer keys.
See, but according to labor laws, you can't. The employer cannot force the employee to pay for items like that. I've
Well,
been over this with.
that's just messed up.
See, I've been over this
I
with him
agree.
because I paid my own keys before, and he said no, just keep your money, don't worry about it.
Hello,
I said
Shay.
I said no, I lost it, I'm paying for it.
Mm.
But
Hey,
Hello, Shay.
the other guys won't even bother to. The offer will not even come in their head to pay for it.
mhm.
That's why I get away. That's why I'm allowed to do so much extra at the shop and use the cards when I need to because he knows I'll pay it back.
Yeah. Well, he knows you're an honest person.
Hey, yeah. uh, the last time I went on a trip, when my granddaughter was born, when was that? 5 years ago. Carrie stayed out there for an extra 2 weeks, and I think I racked up $5 grand on the company credit card. No, I think it
Ooh,
was eight
Damn.
grand. I think it was $8 grand on the company credit card.
ooh.
And I told Dave, I said, "Oh, I'll pay it back." He goes, "Oh, I'm not worried about it. Just when you can, when you can." Like it took 2 years to pay it off.
Yeah,
He
but
sounds
see,
like an amazing boss, though.
you made
Oh,
the offer and you did pay it off. You didn't
yeah.
come up with excuses. So
Well,
that's what I mean.
I,
He knows you're
I,
honest.
but I also asked him ahead of time. I said, in
Uh
case I
huh.
incur some extra cost, can I use the card?
Mm,
And then
He
okay,
sounds like a really cool boss.
and then
mm,
I got to book my flights, and then I got to book the car rental, and then book the hotel, and pay
mm.
for gas and food, pay for the speeding tickets, and pay for the toll fees.
Greg says I only lost one key in my life for my first car.
Was it the gas key?
Yeah, I'm kind of with you, Greg, in that I've got keys to stuff I don't think I own anymore.
I do too. I don't have a clue what. Hello, Neil.
Hello, Neil.
Will, when was your show going on?
March 20th.
Oh, right, your birthday show.
Nope, that was February 20th.
No,
Scroll up, John.
no, I'll just go to his channel.
Yeah, there you go. Larry LC says my first driving job, I had to pay a deposit for 2 load locks, 2 padlocks, and a kingpin lock, but I would get it back when I quit. Yeah, I've had similar things. You pay a deposit, and then after you've been there a certain amount of time, or you move on, you get your deposit back.
John, I am interested in seeing what you had this envisioned as, because would like it better too.
I never had envisioned there's anything like what you're talking about.
You said I
Robin,
pictured it different when you talked about it, so
Ah, you think that's the way it works, right?
Yup.
Well, I might think it's prettier too.
Rockin' Robin, tweet, tweet, tweet.
Yeah.
Tweedly.
Larry said when I quit, I had 3 sets of all of them extra when I quit. Well, okay.
So many damn keys look the same these days too.
Well, that's like that's like when you first join the military, right? Yeah, these are
Mhm.
signed out to you. You make sure they get turned back in when you the military,
Mhm.
and you got to buy all this extra kit to return back to. You got to go down to the clothing stores, buy all this extra kit to return.
Well, it all comes around
18.
it all comes around
Go ahead.
because when we were stationed in Germany, Linda, her last assignment was working the tool room, and our entire division deactivated. So she had to inventory and turn in that tool room. So she's there with an officer, and he's saying,
Wow.
okay, you need 6 of these screwdrivers. Well, she had 8 of them. So she turned in 6, and then the other 2 went into a bucket. And then, well, you're supposed to have 4 of these torque wrenches. I've got 5. Okay. 4 of them got turned in. The other one went in the bucket. Guess who got to take home the bucket? I got wrenches up to 2 inches.
He did.
I've got 3-inch sockets. I've got all kinds of stuff from that tool room, man. To include 2 torque wrenches.
So Will is going live. 1 year anniversary of Little Lego and premiere video
Everybody's buffering,
intro
so I don't even
version
know if y'all can
5,
hear me.
March March 21st.
I thought he said March 20th.
Uh,
Okay.
March 21st, which is
Okay.
3 days before John's birthday.
Okay.
Yeah,
Shay
Shay,
is
I saw your.
asking.
Oh,
Okay.
I saw her. I saw her doughy buns.
Oh, didn't know you had one. Didn't know you had one of them sites. Holy cow! Larry's saying goodbye. Howdy,
That's
goodbye,
Greg.
Larry.
It actually came up the last
Oh,
time I looked at
Larry.
Facebook here. Where is it now? Oh, Brent Butt's coming to town. Imagine that.
Okay, Will says yes, March 20th, not the 21st.
Hey, it says 20th on the thing, on your schedule.
That's what he said, March 20th, not the 21st. You said 21st.
March 21st at 7 p.m. That's what it says on your schedule.
Hey, I see a movie idea coming.
Yeah, Shay says she got stuck in her closet and almost swallowed by dough. That's why it's so important to come out of the closet, Shay.
Oh my God, Shay.
Everybody keeps buffering to me. Oh, darn.
Oh man, your dough looks awesome. $20 ago, 2 hours ago. It takes you 2 hours to make one loaf, 3 loaves. There's 3
You
of
finish
8,
a loaf?
and there's the
Jake,
next set.
nice.
Look at her fancy designs. Look at her getting all creative and stuff, eh?
Is that sourdough, Shay?
Yes. So
Hello, YTFP quiz.
Shay, you know what your next step is now. Your next step is to get edible paints and paint them out.
Okay, I'm back.
Use food coloring.
Missed you, Herb.
Jason Rogers said Canadian Border Control asked me once, where are you going from and where are you coming to?
Jason Rogers.
Hey Shay, see, you gotta
YTFP Chris
paint.
is with us.
You got to start painting your next loaves before you bake them.
Hello, Robin.
No
You
pinch,
know,
just paint.
I'm not reading
Shay.
that. Hello,
Next
Chris.
step is the next step is stuffing the dough. But Shay, if you could paint the, you could put a scroll saw design on here, your little bunny, a moss heart. Just
Use it like
saying,
a stencil.
yeah, you could friggin' you know how these would sell. These would sell personalized holiday sourdough. Saying, Shay's gonna start another business
You
now.
could even write "Eat Me" on them.
Yeah.
Somebody say sourdough.
It's gonna be called Hi Shay.
Yep.
Just saying, it. Just look up hand painted sourdough bread.
Who knew it was a thing?
I'd rather look up painted buns.
Now.
Anya, it's a rabbit hole. There's videos on the
That's
proper
why.
techniques, colorings.
Okay, Will says it's fixed. It's
That's really
March
weird.
20th now.
Oh, look at the cool design. God, Shay, tell me you wouldn't want that on your freaking next meal.
Shay says she's going to paint one for you, John.
It'll probably be unfinished.
Using blood.
Connie said, should I start painting on my homemade bread?
Not fully cooked.
It's different paint though, Connie. Oh, you probably could. It'd be awesome if you could do that too. That's like all uh
Gosh.
the chocolate designs and stuff, right? You know, the people do all the big chocolate designs and stuff, and you know, you're just like, well, do you really do that? And he cuts it right on the video too. Cuts it right open on the video. It's like, oh, look, here you go. All the work that goes into it just for a freaking 2 second, like a 5 minute video. Cuts it open and destroys it.
All the dogs decided they need to pinch a loaf.
Okay,
Connie says, I hand paint my nails when I want. Well, sure.
there's Will's new link.
All right.
Half baked ideas.
I see what you did there, Greg. Kind of wishing I hadn't, but I seen what you did there.
Who's popped in here? Robin, and I said hi to Neil, Will, and Shay. Okay.
YTFP Chris.
Where I didn't see Chris come in. Hey, Chris, where are you? I don't see you there.
Yeah, you were looking up hand painted.
Oh, there you go. Hey, Chris, how's it going? I haven't seen you in a while, man. What have you been up to?
Larry LC says, I wonder if you could use a stencil on the raw dough like you can on clay, then bake it with that pattern in it.
Yeah, so you could do that because because the thing is, for example, let me pull one up. Let me pull this one back up. Because the thing is that when you do these, you basically have to do your cut first, let it rise again, then you paint everything on it. And the thing is that you can actually add in all your extra cut lines, add in all your extra cut lines once it's painted, right? Like this one here. Add in
Now-
all your extra cut lines with your scissors or whatever, your undercuts, your overcuts, put extra braids in it and stuff before you paint it, before you bake it. That way it goes into the crust, right?
Now, are they using cake dye to paint that, or what are they using? Because
Latex.
food coloring would just be,
The
transparent.
rabbit hole. Freaking rabbit hole.
Now,
Welcome
my
back,
wife
Faith.
uses some colors of cake dye to dye certain fibers. It does work. That's one of her
I'm
side
crooked out of
hobbies.
cacti.
That's one of her side hobbies is figuring out weird things to use to dye wool or cotton or whatever.
Blood.
And she found out that yeah, but it turns brown. She found out that
Yeah.
cake dye does very well with wool.
Huh. Who'd have thunk it?
Oh, you'd be amazed, Cliff. I mean, she found the Spanish moss that grows in oak trees. She
Mm.
found that by taking that Spanish moss and she mixes it with this chemical and she mixes it with that and she brings it up, boils it up to a certain temperature, lets it sit, then adds this. She makes purple dye out of that Spanish moss.
Huh. That's trippy.
Okay, so
Gonna get
it
something
says
proprietary soon.
it says here under the bakingnetwork.com, so it's a recognizable
Okay.
site. All you need are some regular food colors or gel type food colors and some cheap paintbrushes. You can also use natural agents as paint, as such as turmeric, blue pea flower powder, cranberry powder, spirulina, cocoa, or charcoal powder can be mixed with water to achieve natural colors for painting your loaves.
Hmm.
There you go, Shay.
Okay. Neil
This
is
is why Art gets
suggesting
so much
antique
done. He
wax.
doesn't sit here and shoot the poop with us. He's more productive than talkative.
See, ain't you glad I came along and got you off of your project, John?
Oh
Yeah.
no, I thought you were gonna talk about me. I
Well, if you Shay brought up her bread. Hey, John, you see my bread?
have you seen my
I just
buns?
I like Shay's buns. Shay's baked buns.
The way they split when you cook
Connie
them like that.
Connie says she has gel food colors. Yeah, if most craft stores, if you go back into the candy making and the baking area, they have it's Wilton is the brand, Wilton. Um, Wilton cake dye, and all kinds of colors.
Well, see, I know at Michael's, the huge Wilton section they used to have there basically got took over by Cake Boss.
Oh,
So he has his
really?
own. Yeah, so they basically clearanced off all the Wilton equipment and brought in all the Cake Boss and Cake Boss. Um, uh, who's that? Um, who's that girl that was with Snoop Dogg? What's her name?
You're out of my. I don't know.
Wheelhouse.
Yep.
She had a cooking she had a cooking show, a home show. She went to jail. She did videos with Snoop Dogg all the time.
Martha Stewart.
Martha Stewart.
Martha Stewart, yes, Martha Stewart. So they took out the Wilton stuff and brought in Cake Boss, Martha Stewart, and who's there's another cake guy too. Um, his stuff as well at Michael's.
Yeah,
Uh
there are
You can
oh,
other
still
craft
somebody
shops.
finished up something.
There
find
are
some Wilton stuff there, but
there
I
are
thought you meant a
other
girlfriend.
craft
That's why it
shops.
took me so long.
Yeah, you and me both. I thought they were a thing.
they weren't a
This
thing. But
dog's
they
acting
did a lot
pretty
of
Had to
shows.
funny.
Yeah,
watch
well,
a
yeah,
couple of times.
they weren't a thing, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Martha Stewart, yeah, Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg. Oh, have you guys watched the new Snoop Dogg movie out? By the way,
Must have missed it.
it's called
I
Underdogs.
haven't gotten to see it.
Basically,
Haven't
so
gotten to see
yeah,
a new movie in
Underdogs.
many moons.
So well, I think it was on Netflix or Disney, one or the other. So it turns
That's
out
why.
like I started watching it. I'm like, well, this is just like the Keanu Reeves movie where Keanu Reeves went to the poverty-stricken area of town because the company had to deal with the baseball team, right? So with the kids' baseball team and everything else. So like, it was the same concept as that. So Snoop Dogg, his character, uh, ma- ma- made it famous, and then he went back. Like he needed more money, but he was a multi-millionaire as it was. So anyway, he went back to where he first started off. Met up with his high school girlfriend. Blah blah blah. Started coaching the team, the kids team there. And turns out that back in 2005, I think it said that Snoop Dogg started this football franchise for underprivileged kids. And there was
Okay.
something
Yeah.
like 181,000 underprivileged children that have actually gone into football, and 5 of them have actually made it to the NFL.
Nice.
That started
That's
off with
cool.
the Snoop Dogg thing, and I thought it was just like, okay, Snoop Dogg's just trying to make more money on a freaking movie, but turns out that he actually started this foundation back in 2005, and I'm like, okay, I never knew that. That's kudos for Snoop Dogg for doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really
There,
listen to Snoop Dogg, but I like him.
yeah. There are quite a few celebrities that do quiet things like that beneath the radar. They don't want any recognition for it, but they figure they've got the money. Why not? Keanu Reeves is one of those people. He set up a foundation for kids in the
Okay.
hospital. Going through like cancer treatments and things like that.
I've
There's
heard
quite a
Keanu
few
Reeves is a
celebs
very,
that do that.
very genuine person.
He is
Keanu
consistently
Reeves,
rated as the nicest person you will ever meet in Hollywood, especially in
one
Hollywood.
one
Yeah.
of the most humble people, because like
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
New York, he still rides subways like everybody else
Uh-huh.
does, right? And
Yep.
he doesn't like he doesn't like being bombarded with fame and everything else, and people
No.
oh, get your signature, get your photo, stuff like that. He's like, he'll do it to appease people once in a while, but he just
Hmm.
wants to be left alone, just to be a normal guy.
He's always seems to have time for fans, but he tries to stay out of the limelight when he can.
Yeah,
He doesn't avoid his fans, but he kind of tries to play it off as like, yeah, it's no big deal. I'm just this guy. You know. Will says the guy that plays Deadpool owns a cellular company. He owns a bit more than that. That's
Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, he owns a
Ryan
lot of
Mint
Reynolds.
stuff.
Yeah.
Mobile. He owns Aviator Gin.
Yep. Yeah. He owns a liquor company. He's part owner of a soccer team over in the UK. He's got his fingers in a lot of pies.
Well, it's like back in the day when all them big movie stars started playing in Hollywood, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was a Planet Hollywood everywhere. Now people went around collecting all the Planet Hollywood's memorabilia and souvenirs and stuff from all the hotels and restaurants. Then
Mm-hmm.
they all started closing.
Yep. Because everybody was robbing them blind. No, I'm just messing around. Ryan Reynolds, though, is genuinely a very, very funny guy.
His
He is
Oh,
anything.
yeah, he is.
freaking
Chris Pratt is
hilarious.
pretty damn funny, too.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt is freaking hilarious.
Yep.
Shay says I made it to 224 in 24 hours, but not the way I'm getting where I was.
224 what?
I don't know. That's all she says.
I mean, if
I
you
guess her new page.
if you're talking about M&Ms, that ain't much. If you're talking about loaves of bread,
Wait
yeah,
till
that's
you're
a bit.
drunk.
But they melt in your mouth, not in your hands.
What would they do say under your arm?
Stink.
They
Well,
actually do melt in your hands, just so you know.
you're supposed to eat them faster, Cliff.
Mm.
I'm sorry. Guess I had too big of a handful. You still had a handful.
Tom Cruise is an idiot. Nobody likes Tom Cruise.
Well,
I'm
Tom
pretty
Cruise does.
sure.
Tom Cruise
I like
likes
him as an
himself.
actor. I like him as an actor.
I don't even like him as an actor.
Off, off the screen, I'm not a
Depends on the
huge
movie.
fan.
He's stuck
Oh,
on
okay.
himself.
It depends on the movie. He's done very
I
well
agree.
in some movies.
See, because Honestly, I can see other people moving right into his roles in other movies without a problem, and nobody would miss Tom Cruise in them.
Matt Damon could do the Mission Impossible stuff.
Connie says I have really warm skin, and if M&Ms are even in my hand a minute, they melt. Okay, so what Connie is trying not to say is she's hot.
That's what I
Well,
was.
Connie,
That's
the the but the phrase is cold hands, warm heart, hot hands, cold heart. What are you saying? Hmm.
She's hot blooded.
Check it and see. You got a fever of 103? Connie, take your temperature. We need to know.
She OMG'd me. Uh-oh, she did it. She OMG'd me. Oh, abort, abort, abort.
Con-
what my dad
Hey,
kept yelling.
Connie, I got a line for you from Paris Hilton. That's hot.
Hot.
Yeah, see, Robin, nobody likes Tom Cruise. Everybody's agree with me.
Well, Tom Cruise does. But you know what they say,
I
even
like
if
him as an
women just
actor.
want you dead, at least they want you.
Nice.
I think that's what that one in there wants. She got on that motorcycle again this morning, ran my ass right over.
Oh,
And I already waited. She was on her second cup of coffee to tell her good morning, beautiful. Oh, shut up. Okay.
That can be a bad sign.
Beginning to feel like we're roommates, not husband and wife.
Why has nobody ever made a cartoon about a retired woodworker guy?
We don't have to. We got them right there, front and center, all
what
front and
what would you call it?
Mark.
Why would you call it
Splinter.
Mark?
I would call it splintered or splinters.
Splintered? Okay. Come up with the
So,
story ideas. You got people here that can
well,
draw. It
it,
ain't me,
it,
babe.
it, it'd be an old retired Air Force guy.
Why's he got to be Air Force?
I don't. I can just see Air Force guys woodworking though. Like I can't really see a lot of Rangers and paratroopers
Just because a
and
guy has a couple of
Jameson.
planes,
Don't get
he's
me
got to be
wrong.
Air Force.
Jameson, don't get the wrong way, but
My dad was.
crown eaters as woodworkers, right? So, so the thing is, he'd be an Air Force guy starting with model airplanes, working with balsa wood and stuff, right? And then his wife's inside. She come out every once in a while, knit or crochet or girl, and come out to the shop and trip over the shop dog, sleep near the door, obviously. But he'd be in a shop talking to a shop dog all the time back in the day, he'd give all these analogies and stuff, every episode or every, cartoon.
Good Lord, he's giving him a backstory.
Yeah, Billy Crayon Eaters. What do they
Crayon.
call it? Seals. Yeah, crayon.
That's crayon to you and me, Billy.
Marines. That's it. The Marines. And Tim Allen on Tool Time, he was a salesman. He wasn't. He didn't actually build anything. He was a salesman. He was a salesman for Binford Tools. And then they gave him a show.
Oh, Lordy.
By the time my dad retired to be able to do woodworking, he got lung cancer soon after. He was not happy.
Will says too many Connies. Okay.
You can never have too many Connies.
I have a cousin named Connie. Haven't seen her in about 30 years, but
There's a lot of famous Connies.
Oh, I think I need a nap.
there's a nap for that, Herb. Uh-oh, she subbed to you with both channels. Now you're in trouble.
What I miss?
Connie subbed to Will with both of her channels.
Oh,
I forget I have more than one channel.
maybe I need another channel.
You won't have another channel. Yeah,
That's inactive.
don't you have like three of them?
No, I only had two.
I've got three. One of them doesn't have anything on it at all. And then the other one, I remember I have it and post something to it about every 2-3 years.
How many channels does Dark have?
Yeah,
like-
one time he had like 140 or
Yeah.
something. You don't see him hardly anymore.
No, I don't. Oh, well, you know who I don't see anymore? I don't see. I don't see Jay, and I don't see. I don't see notifications for Jay anymore.
Jay who?
Turner from Australia. Just hold on a sec. I'll look him up.
Jeff Turner?
No, Jay.
Okay, no, I don't know him.
Jay. Jay. He's a Turner. Let me look up his channel for a second here. I used to get notifications from like every day.
Yep, Billy. They put that apostrophe pretty close to the enter key, didn't they? I do that all the time myself.
Yeah, I created another channel just where I could go mess with a couple people.
I used my imagination when I came up with the name for my other channel. I called it Mark's Other Channel. I believe in saying it like it is, you know.
And it pissed Billy off.
Yep. Larry LC says there's a lot of YouTubers quitting. Yeah. It was the big thing to start YouTube channels there for a while. Then folks figured out how much work it actually was. The bloom kind of came off of the rose, and they just said, "Yeah, no." And some of them were growing pretty well, but they didn't like editing their own videos, and it cost money to have somebody else do it for you, and they just didn't like the editing process, so they quit doing it.
Doug had a bunch just go away.
I've got 500 and some odd
I
on
can't
my
remember.
channel.
I can't
just
remember the
keep
name
going.
of his channel now.
Okay, Larry says the money quit. I'm staying about the same, but I'm not trying to become rich and famous off this. I do this for fun. And if it becomes work, I may not do it anymore. But I just do it for fun. I enjoy it. I like the whole process, and So I keep doing it. It's a hobby. I'm retired. I don't want a job.
Oh,
But when I started in YouTube, started getting serious in YouTube, the conventional wisdom was you had to post a video a week. And that is the quickest way to burn yourself out on anything is to put yourself under that kind of a self-imposed deadline. And I did it for a few years. And then finally, when I was building the shop, I backed it off to every other week. And then I backed it off to about once a month. And here lately, I do it when I want to. But I keep doing the live streams every week because I genuinely enjoy that.
Let's work.
yeah, he said the 35 he's getting ain't worth it.
Mm. Sargon says, Mark, you do it because we like you. Well, no, that's why you subscribe and why you become a member. Just for clarification here, Sargon was the very first member of my channel. He was number one. And I thank you, Sargon. I appreciate it. Larry says a lot of people got big enough to quit their job and then the money slowed way down and they had to go back to work. It's kind of it can be kind of a double-edged sword because you got guys like Matt Cremona. Matt Cremona has worked his tail off to build up to where he is, and he is really doing well.
Have you seen his
He's
shop?
really, really doing
Have you
well.
seen Matt's shop videos lately? Holy,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that barn, I didn't pay that much for my house. That's about a $300,000 barn with everything he's got in it.
Damn.
And I don't know how much they paid for that house and that property, but all of it was done through his sweat and his videos and sponsorship deals and things like that. He worked his tail off to get there. And Neil says if you're doing YouTube for the money, you're doing it for the wrong reasons unless you have thousands of subscribers. You need more than thousands. The people who are making big money have a minimum of 1 million subscribers. A minimum.
See, I don't even need big money. I just, you know,
But they're doing more than just the AdSense revenue off of YouTube. Okay, Will says, I have a degree in digital media, filmmaking. I've made a short film on YouTube and music videos. The short film took 3 years. The music videos took about a month each. And that's why I like doing the lives because you sit down, you do the live stream, and then that's it. There's no editing involved. It stands on its own.
yeah.
And I my Sunday live streams here lately they've been going about an hour and a half. I try to keep them at about an hour. But when you keep getting good questions, you got to
Yeah,
answer
people
them and
interacting is
you
what makes the lives fun, I would assume.
absolutely, absolutely. So it makes it fun. It keeps it fun.
oh, see, he changed the name of his channel. That's why I couldn't find him. Why wouldn't a channel redirect though? His name is James McKee. He's from South Adelaide, Australia. He's a really good turner. His last video 5 days ago, and then 6 months ago. Yeah, he works in a shop. He tries to do it in the morning and in the evening because it's too hot in the daytime because the sun shines right into his shop.
Mhm.
Most of his videos are hard to watch because the sun's right behind him,
Yeah.
going right onto his lathe. He basically had a temperature gauge on his shop wall. It's not insulated. It's just a tin shack, basically, right?
Mhm.
But yeah, he was a really good guy to talk to deal with, and he had me on his shows a couple times, uh, and he was on here a couple times too.
Who
Mhm.
was that other guy that was in there with him all the time?
I'm looking for it right now. You're talking the old guy that
Yeah,
basically taught him everything.
yeah.
Robbo Robertson. Robbo. Robbo. And
Co-
You don't see
who
him anymore
who else
either.
was on here all the time? No. Um,
Connie says Steve Ramsey, woodworking for mere mortals, has almost 2 million subs, and that's his job. Yes, but that's not all he does. Um, he makes good money off of YouTube, but he does other things as well. Larry says there's a lot of great creators out there, but I like the little guys that interact with their followers. Well, the problem, Larry, is like you take a guy with like Steve Ramsey, woodworking for mere mortals, 2 million subs. It becomes too much. You know,
see, well, see, but Steve also started his online tutorial classes as well, and that
yeah.
was like a mega step for YouTube creators, so that they can
Hmm.
actually get people to pay him to show them
Hmm.
personal like membership videos.
Yeah.
Like he basically started membership videos for woodworkers, like DIY
Yep.
wannabe woodworkers, right? Like way back in the day.
He
I
was
I still
one of the first. Yes, he wasn't the first, but he was
no,
one of
yeah,
the
yeah,
first.
he was one of the first. But I still remember
Hmm.
one of his videos with him and his son, and
Hmm.
it was I would, right? He had
Yeah.
this freaking piece of wood, this little stick of wood,
Hmm.
introducing the brand new I would.
Hmm.
Would you go in the rain with it? I would. Would you stand on it? I would.
That was back
If
when
I could.
he would occasionally he went over to the lot across the street from his house and he'd make a funny video over there
I know it was
with him and his son.
hilarious. Uh,
Mhm.
and the reason it was funny is because it was right after iPhones first came out, and then
Mhm.
iPhones and iPads and everything, right? That's why
Yep.
he came up with I would. That was hilarious.
I
That.
remember seeing an iPad as a meme way back,
Yep.
and it wasn't a
Yeah.
digital device.
Well, I remember when when they were making fun of the iPhone 15. They're like, "Oh, iPhone 15." Like, was when iPhone 1 first came out. They're like, iPhone
Yeah.
15 was going to be like 2 feet long and 4 inches wide, right? And now the iPhone 15's out. It's it's bigger, but it's not as big as that, right?
I remember when I got my Samsung Galaxy S7. I needed it for work. They teased me about how big that was. Looks like you're holding a piece of toast up against your head. And now the phones that are out now make my S7 look like, an Oreo.
Well, it's like my
The S4
so
was my first foray.
what kind of phone is this? This is a where's my about? I don't even know what phone this is.
But damned if I didn't do it again. Just not as far.
Mm. Yeah, Connie says Steve Ramsey also has a podcast and he sells his project tutorials. Yeah, he's got a lot of irons and a lot of fires, out in front and behind the scenes. So he's got a lot of revenue streams. So Greg says there was a guy in Ontario had a channel called David's Farm, showed checks for over 50,000 a month way back when YouTube started paying creators. Yeah, that was before the market got so saturated with people. And now it's real competitive and it's harder than hell to stand out from the background noise.
Okay, so this is a Galaxy S23.
Jesus.
Well, it's a work phone, right? So
Hmm.
I don't have a choice of what it is. And this is an iPhone i7.
My my only foray into the world of iPhones was a iPhone 3 GS.
If
That
I ever do
we got
iPhone,
that.
I lost a bet.
See, like
We
with the size of
Yeah,
this is unreal, right?
yeah.
And the thing is, they like I'll still open this once in a while to look up stuff on it, and I find it hard to see because it's so small now. Now that I'm used to this one.
Greg has a good one there. Do you know how to milk sheep? Bring out a new iPhone.
Oh my god.
That's a good one,
This
Greg.
one's an
Well,
S22 Ultra right here.
so the boss has one of the new i15 s whatever's, right, and it's like almost it's probably okay. So this is what, this is 3 inches wide. I think his is 4 inches. I think his is 4 inches wide, and
Jesus.
probably it's a little bit longer. It's about 7 inches tall. So let's say it's got a 7.25 inch screen on it. This is only a 6 inch screen, a 6.5 inch screen. His is like 7.25. Like, it's like bigger than this. It's unbelievable. I'm like, you
Okay.
might. I told him. I said, you might as well just walk around with an iPad. Oh, it's not that bad, John. I'm like,
Want to bet?
come on, Dave. It's about it it it's like one of the old Galaxy iPads or Galaxy notepads.
Yeah. I've got the I didn't go for the Galaxy series. I got the A13, Samsung A13, and it's about the same size as yours, John. Within a couple of millimeters.
But it ain't no Nokia freaking. What was that Nokia phone? That indestructible Nokia phone, man. I had one of those. I had like 12 covers for it. I color coded with all my outfits. Depending on what color Carhartts I had on that day, I would change my phone cover.
Jeez.
My
Whether
first smartphone was an S4, and then I went up with them. Except I'm a little behind on them now.
That old
I didn't even. People were talking about smartphones. I'm like, what the hell is a smartphone?
yeah.
And then they came in with
Yeah.
the watches and freaking everything else. I'm like, why do you need that? Oh, to keep in touch with what?
Well,
You to make phone calls on it? Or nobody calls me on my phone. They better text me first. What the,
my my
why?
my
I'm waiting
grandson
till
my grandson
someday they're
tried
gonna
that
make a
crap.
phone so advanced they're gonna forget to make a phone call. Make phone calls. Sorry, Mark.
My grandson tried that crap with me. Well, Grandpa, nobody calls me on my phone. I said, ain't nobody else like me. You know, I'm going to call you, so get over it. And so I do it just to cheese him off.
Well, I've been trying to call my grandson for like a week now, and he's like, "Oh, you have to FaceTime me." I'm like, "No, I'll call you." No, you have to FaceTime me. Why do I have to FaceTime you? I'm like, "You want to talk to me? I'll just call you." No, you have to FaceTime me. I have to see you when you're talking to me. Why?
Oh,
I was gonna call my grandson. I realized I didn't even have children. But
Oh my
hey, they can't all be winners.
yeah, I got them 12 outlines done.
Right.
Yep. I took some of that pile that I had on the table here. They're all done. I took the first batch downstairs and put them on the kitchen table. I got 50 of them in a shrink bag.
Uh-oh.
And there's still 15, 16 in there in the
Yeah.
bedroom drying.
Larry says I have a wide variety of different things I watch. cars, semis, woodworking, machinery, etc. Channels all over the world. Yeah, I'm pretty eclectic like that too. I mean, I never know what's going to catch my eye. I'm watching two different channels. I'm watching people uh, restore castles over in France. I watch a custom car company over in the UK, Retro Power Cars, and Bad Obsession Motorsports, and a whole bunch of other things. I mean, just I never know what's going to catch my eye. My latest obsession, I don't know, maybe you guys have heard of this guy, the Fat Electrician.
No,
Oh, he
I'm
is
not as into
hilarious.
YouTube as I used to be.
This dude is hilarious. It's just the way he tells the story. It's kind of military history. And oh my God, he is hilarious. Just the way he tells the story.
Larry said I watched Zip Pop last night.
I can't do that. No. I see one of those come up recommended. Do not recommend channel. No.
Larry says I watched that puppy last night. Every once in a while, I'm curious to know what the hell is inside that boil. Like, why did
Not
you let it
me.
get that bad? Why did you let it get that bad? Why did it take you 15 years to go and see the doctor? You're telling me your girlfriend or
I
wife
was
wouldn't have popped that
embarrassed.
thing?
See,
Those things go very viral, though.
I
Connie
start, I
says,
start,
I watch Lion Whisperer, Van Lifers, Hoof Trimmers, Sheep Farmers, and many more.
I started
Yeah.
watching hoof. I started watching hoof trimmers. I'm like, that's freaking weird. And I'm like, wow, how? Like, but he does an awesome job. Like, there's two hoof trimmers that I watch. I don't know why. I don't know how I got into it. I'm like, okay, this looks weird. I started watching it. It's actually pretty interesting. Like, it takes a lot of skill to trim a cow hoof and to find out why there's rocks in his hoof or why it's infected, and like how he got a freaking nail inside his hoof, like growing out of his hoof.
Mhm. Not interested. Thanks, but no thanks. Next.
There's one electrician I started watching a while ago. He's he speaks English, but he's from the European country somewhere. And they had an interview with him one time, and he says that the reason he does what he does to make people laugh, and because his video, like, he gets shocked in every one of his videos,
Hmm.
and the
Oh,
reason
I've
he
seen
does it,
that one.
the reason he does is to show people what not to do.
Yeah.
There was one. he,
He looks like Middle
uh,
Eastern or something.
yeah. So this one time he made an electric guitar. Oh, this is like the easiest electric guitar you can make ever, right? He
Oh,
basically
yeah.
he ran
Electro
po-
Boom.
he ran a positive and negative up this piece
Hmm.
of board,
Hmm.
plugged it in, and strung them together, right?
Yeah. Electro Boom. I can't remember his name. He's funny. He's funny as hell.
Yeah, and the reason, but he said the reason he does his videos is to show people what not to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
He says there was one video back when I was changing a capacitor on my sander. He says
Mhm.
one of the reasons why you have to discharge a capacitor. Ah!
Yeah. He zaps himself at least twice in every damn.
Oh my!
That in fact the first video I ever saw of him, he had this little tool. It was like a static electricity. You leaving, Art?
No,
Okay, you were waving. I thought maybe you were splitting.
no.
He's gonna dissipate apart.
He had this little gun that produced a static charge, and he must have zapped himself with it 15 times. That was the first video of his that I saw. And then he got into his um, Movember, how he grew out his beard and his mustache, and then every year when he went to take it off, one year he lit his face on fire to remove his mustache and beard. I mean,
That's dedication, right?
yeah, he is flipping hilarious. What is his
Well, I
name?
run out of silver rings open. I opened a ton of these too.
And I believe he's an actual professor,
Mehdi Sadagar.
electrical engineer or electrician.
Yes, he's an electronics engineer. He's Canadian.
No.
Yes. Well, he's Canadian Iranian.
Canarian.
Electro Boom. Yeah, you're right.
Electro Boom. His name is Mehdi Sagadar, and he is
He's into
hilarious.
got all those rings and it's only a 3 1/4. No, 3 3/4. Not even that. Oh
How
my.
not to how not to make an electric guitar?
Yeah,
20 million views 10 years ago.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Damn.
Most shocking moments.
Okay, and
20
I'm
million
not
views.
necessarily trying to critique, but why is everybody so addicted to PewDiePie?
He
What is
was
the
the
draw?
original gamer. Just the way he's funny too, but it's not my crowd.
See, Mark,
It's
I've said
it's
this on
just
other
his
lives, but I'm sorry.
it's
Go ahead.
it's just his reactions, how he reacts to situations. He's funnier than hell. But you know, it's I'm not a gamer, so most of the humor is lost on me.
No, a few years ago, I did a walkthrough of a game that wasn't online anywhere yet,
Hmm.
and they wouldn't let me monetize it because it was third-party content, even though I was in talks with the owner, creator of the game, but they wouldn't let me monetize it. Now people get paid to play a game. I
Well,
don't know what was different about mine.
you needed written permission, and you
Because
needed
it was a sole.
YouTube to be on board with it. See, um, PewDiePie, he's got he makes millions off of YouTube,
Gaming sponsors now, yeah.
but he makes even more off the companies because when you've got, 1 billion subscribers, you can do that.
I've
The
actually
only thing
never
I'm
watched.
thinking is maybe because the sole purpose was to the game instead of it would it was just the visual. I don't know. It doesn't
Yep.
matter now. It's been too long, but I have over 100,000 views on that YouTube channel,
Yeah.
and now that I'm rebranding it, they're hidden.
Yeah. Well,
I've never
But
watched a
that bothers me.
PewDiePie video.
I kind of
Neither have
looked at
I.
it to I kind of looked at one to see what all the fuss was about, but like I said, most of the humor was lost on me because I'm not a gamer. But I could see why somebody who was seriously into video games would be entertained by it because he is a funny guy.
Yeah,
But it's
No,
just,
Greg.
I've seen
Greg's a
snippets.
funny guy. Greg is a funny guy. I watch
who
a
are
scroller. I watch a scroller. Still trying to figure out why.
Greg has so much knowledge of stuff that Eloy and I we came up with an idea for him to do on his channel if he would do it. And that is he's got a bunch of oddball tools. And it's
Oh, I remember
just
that. Yeah.
take that tool, tell people what it is, tell people what it's used for, and demonstrate it on something. You don't even have to be on camera, just your hands would be on camera.
Yeah, 'cause I
And
remember we were talking about that, and I had some tools here that I showed you guys. They're like, what
yeah,
is this?
and I think that that would really do. I mean, there are websites and subreddits where people post pictures of, I've got this. It was in my grandfather's toolbox. What is it? There are people who want that stuff. They would eat that stuff up, man.
Must be a Canadian thing, eh, Greg?
And I think Greg has got the personality to do it. He could say, okay, well, this is
Definitely.
a drum brake tool. It's a pair of brake pliers, and you use this end to push in the little goody here to take off that spring, and you use this end to do this, and you close the spring with this, and you open the spring with this end, and I think people would eat that kind of stuff up. Hell, they'd probably start sending him tools just to tell him what
But
is it.
but the thing is you got to be sure and hit the left and the tool at the same time in order to show the difference between the two of them.
Now what?
Like for example, a left hand thumb wrench and a right hand crescent wrench. There's two.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
One's in metric, one's in imperial, right?
Hmm. Yeah. I did that to a maintenance officer at Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Sir, could you hand me that metric crescent wrench, please? Metric? Yeah. I said, dig around in my toolbox, you'll find it. And he happened to flip it to the right size, and it said something to something millimeter. Oh, here it is. I'm like, thank you, sir. That's why you're a pilot, not a mechanic.
Yeah.
You stick to your technical, I'll stick to mine.
Yep.
They do make left and right handed scissors,
Yes, they do.
left and right handed pliers.
Can openers.
See, your plier, you can't use them that way because they're backwards. You have to use them that way.
Says who? They're
No.
mine. I'll use them however I want.
The hole makes the difference as to which hand you're using it on.
They're mine. I'll use them any way I want.
No, you gotta get the left and right handed ones.
Why? I'm only right-handed. There are a lot of people that don't know that left and right-handed things like that exist. For instance, if you look at a tape measure, it's made for people who are right-handed. But there are
Yep.
left-handed tape measures.
There are left handed tape measures though.
So when you pull it out like this, the numbers are right side up, not upside down. My
It's like
mother
left
was
and right handed
left-handed.
hammers.
Mhm. My mother was left-handed. And
Left.
whenever she would, Mark, can you open this can for me? I'm like, nope, you're on your own. I'll get it started, but after that, you're doing it. Because she had left-handed can openers.
That would mess me up.
They will. It'll mess with your mind for days. You'd starve to death before you got the can open.
My dad was left-handed, so I know there's at least a left-handed pair of scissors in here. I've seen. He even wrote
We-
lefty on it.
When we lived down in Nevada, there was a left-handed store in Reno where everything was left-handed, and you had to be careful because the entrance and exit doors were backwards and they opened out, not in. So, yeah, one side lists the imperial units, the other side lists the metric.
Yeah. One side's a metric and the other
Mhm.
side's imperial.
Yeah.
But did you know that one operates with your right hand or your right thumb and the other one operates with your left thumb? Depends which way you're using it. Depends which way you're
Paid that
torquing
much
it.
attention, I
It,
guess.
it depends whether you're putting it on or taking it off. That's the main difference.
Get out of here.
Oh, excuse me.
That's why I have two of them.
You only have two? I remember when I was just starting out too. I must have 30. I must have 30 crescent wrenches floating around here somewhere.
Well, it's like my left-handed screwdrivers. Like
Connie says I'm right-handed and one of my granddaughters is left-handed, and I learned how to crochet left-handed so I could teach her. Okay.
Yeah, that's one thing I
I
found out is the rings I use are actually considered left-hand wound because they open this way, and then most of them open this way. Only this vendor does it this way. So
Yeah.
when I get into these precious metals and stuff, it's gonna be when I've done the titanium for Chris, I can't remember the whole name, Kaleidoscope.
oh,
I have to do it in a backward way.
so is the reason being no, because these rings are flat. That I've seen rings that are cut on a dais diagonal,
A
which means
bias,
you can
yeah.
only you can only open them one way.
Yeah, these well, cause see they start out. Let me hold it with the pliers.
Why do you call them?
Will is asking, why do they call them crescent wrenches? They don't look like crescents. The reason,
Yeah.
Will, is because Crescent was the tool company that made them and first started selling them. And so
These are wound around the mandle different directions. Sorry.
each wrench had the word crescent, yeah,
That's a
molded
crescent.
in, cast into it.
It's a crescent moon. Crescent moon. But that's why I don't know. Do you guys call them thumb wrenches down there?
Nope.
It's
Call
called
it,
a thumb
I
wrench
don't, but I don't.
because you open and close it with your thumb. It's a thumb wrench.
so we call them crescent wrenches, or some people call them adjustable wrenches.
But what if you don't have a
People don't
thumb?
call them at all. Yeah.
Then
Then
it's a
there's stump
finger wrench.
wrenches.
Then it's a
There
finger
you go.
wrench.
Stub
Like
wrenches.
a crescent wrench. You caress it
Not
while you
not to be
open.
not to be confused with slip joint pliers, though.
Yeah, that's what we call them here too, slip joints.
Hey, Mark, I know you're talking about left and right-handed. I'm right-handed, but I could only play left-handed pool.
You can only play left-handed what?
Pool,
Oh,
billiards.
hmm
I tried
But
it
I haven't played
right-handed. That
that
was.
forever.
Don't
I haven't
ask me
had a pool
how.
table for a while.
okay.
Oh, I wish
You
it'd be right up here. This stuff would be gone.
you know what you know what ambidextrous means?
Yeah.
You can use both hands. Do you know what ambisinistrous means?
I can use both
Can't use
feet.
either hand.
Yeah, you're pretty much crap with both hands.
They have a name for me, Mama.
Well, so as
Only
I'm
thing,
taller than that, I keep messing this pattern up, so it's time for me to stop.
Oh, you're multitasking.
Okay.
Yep.
all right, bro.
Have a gooder, Hype. Good
All
seeing you
right.
again.
Have a good night, Herb. If you're
All right.
heading out.
Later.
Toot.
See
Bye
ya,
bye.
Herb.
Now, a monkey wrench is a pipe wrench, Will. At least that's what
Yeah,
I was taught.
monkey wrench is a pipe wrench.
Hmm.
I wonder how it got the name Monkey Wrench. I'm sure it's online somewhere.
There is ongoing debate about that.
No,
Some
I have the answer right here. I pulled it up.
Some folks say it has the face of a monkey. It looks like a monkey's face. Others say it was named after some guy named Monkey, but that's not correct. It wasn't invented by some guy named Monkey.
A monkey wrench is a type of smooth-jawed, adjustable wrench, a 19th century American refinement of 18th century English coach wrenches. It was widely used in the 19th and 20th centuries. It is of interest as a unique among tool collectors and still occasionally used in practice. Why is it called a monkey wrench? Oh, the largely American idiom to throw a monkey wrench into it means to sabotage something, equivalent to the British English to throw a spanner into the works.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, that's not the same thing.
No,
Never heard of that.
you've never heard throw a monkey wrench into it?
No, I've never heard of spanner.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
any
We call
language.
we
A
call
spanner's just a wrench.
we call them wrenches. They call them spanners, but over here we have a spanner wrench. A spanner wrench goes around like a cable connection that has a notch in it, and you unscrew it that way. It's got a little tang that slips into a slot.
Oh, so they're saying that it originated in Britain with a fancied resemblance to the wrench's jaws to that of a monkey's face.
Yep. But there are also some people who say no, it was designed and invented by a guy named Monkey, Monkie, and it's like no, that's not true. The accepted wisdom is what you just said, John, that it kind of resembles the face of a monkey. Will says, I use both feet. Is that a thing? Well, yes, in one case, Will, you have aquadextrious, and that is the ability to turn off the bathtub faucet with your toes.
So apparently, a pipe a pipe wrench has ridges on the jaws and is designed to grab the pipe as you pull down on the handle. Hence,
Right.
pipe wrench for its
Hmm.
round because it's for round stuff. A
Right.
monkey wrench has flat jaws that are parallel and designed to remove nuts and bolts because originally
Okay.
nuts were square.
Yes. Okay. I know what they're talking about. I know what they're talking about now. That's the old adjustable.
And they were also offset on the side of the wrench
Hmm.
to the
Yes.
side rather than at the end.
And you had the threads kind of part way down, and you
Yeah.
needed both fingers to adjust it. Yeah. Connie says, I do that, Mark. Yeah, that's an old Rich Hall gag about aquadextrious being the ability to lay back in the bathtub and turn off the faucet with your feet.
Oh, Connie, I didn't. I'm picturing it now, Connie.
Bubble bath, glass of champagne, candles all over the place.
Reflection in the chrome.
Yeah.
I'm
Connie
picturing
says, I
picturing
pick things up with my toes and I can throw them.
I'm picturing Connie's OF page now.
So you know what that means. That means don't mess with Connie.
Welcome to Connie's foot fetish page. I watched a video. I don't know if I was watching this YouTube.
OMG.
I was
You
watching
just
this.
got OMG'd.
Actually, I mentioned on the show. I was watching this YouTube video of this girl. She had no arms, and she was baking, like she was cooking in the kitchen. And like the biggest thing that got me was how did she get dressed? Like how did she do her bra up? That's what got me. She had a bra. She was wearing a bra and and and
She must have
panties
had help.
and yeah, well she has to have,
That
but she was
or
cooking.
I would pay to see that.
But she was cooking. Like she
Hmm.
was cooking, like mixing everything up with her feet. It's,
I've got more left to do than I've done. This sucks.
Will says, I walk sort of on both feet. Is that a thing? Yes, it's called bipedal.
I trip
some
over
of us
both my feet. That's
are
retarded.
well endowed to be tripedal, though, right? Right,
Mm,
right, Cliff.
Those are legs, not feet.
My nickname used to be Tripod.
mm.
The old kickstand. You know my.
And this is why you guys hang out with on the Scrolling Show.
Mm-hmm.
It's for our knowledge and wisdom.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
gonna
wait,
change it to.
And
jocularity.
occasionally entertainment.
What if I could in your window?
Mm-hmm.
We'll throw the odd joke out there once in a while, right? Just to
Yeah.
keep the
Connie's
masses
leaving.
amused. Are you not? Are you not impressed?
Hey,
Wait.
Connie.
What does
Are
he
you
say?
not
Are you not
entertained?
entertained?
Why are you not
Bloody
entertained?
Connie says, well, guys, I
Hi,
need
Connie.
to off of here. Thanks for the laughs and thank you all that came to my live. Good night. Have a good night, Connie.
You too, Connie. Have a good night. And
Bye
we're gonna
bye.
be out of here. We're out of here anyway. Wait, I want to see
Bye bye and
Cliff's.
bye bonds.
Cliff, show that up to the camera. I want to see that.
Cliff's got
On the
3
momento,
stripes.
por favor. See these end rings? You always have to flip them over, and they don't stay that way. I mean, until it's finished.
Mm,
It's a cool
That's
design
50
though.
rings per inch. Thank you.
nice.
I pictured it a little prettier, but I'll accept it. But see, these things right here are very. This weave right here is just awesome to feel.
Oh, twisty.
It's called European 4-in-1. It's some of the first chainmail that was ever made. that they riveted it and all that good shit. Stuff. Sorry, I forgot we were still on the air. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, thanks for being on the panel. Thanks for coming and joining us, Mark.
Thanks for having me, John.
You gotta keep us updated on Linda's progress. I'm sure you will anyway on the weekend.
She's out there just spinning away, and we'll let you all know how she does. I don't know if she's ready to start plying yet, but she makes 2-ply yarns. So I'll let you know how she do. I know she's got 11 skeins finished, and I don't know how many she's going to have after this next round of plying, but she's cruising right along.
So is she spinning a yarn while she's doing this? Is she talking to herself?
No, she's doing right now. She's in the middle of a Pirates of the Caribbean marathon.
Oh, okay.
So,
Welcome, Brick.
Hey, Chris. Yeah, we're going off. We went off, and now we're going off. So
you're just in time to miss us, Chris.
Adele was
Lucky you.
Adele was lurking the whole time. I didn't even throw my video up there for her. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
Adele.
Hey, there's still time.
Yeah, I'll throw it on right now. There you go. Adele
Hey,
lurking in the
Chris.
background there.
Sorry we missed you, brother.
Well, thanks everybody for being in the chat. Yeah, having a good time with us, right? Finally, she
He
says.
said, finally. You have to do it to bring her out, too.
Art should have reminded me. I gotta set. I'm just gonna start setting alarms on my phone so that like basically after like 32 minutes, 32 minutes into the show, I'll throw it on.
Good night, Adele. Good night, Chris. Good night, Greg. Good night, Will. Good night, Chris.
Thanks everybody for joining us,
Everybody.
and take care. We'll see you tomorrow. For what's tomorrow? Thursday?
Friday.
Wait,
Tomorrow is Friday.
tomorrow's Friday. Oh yeah, I was right.
Tomorrow is TGIF. Today was so happy it's Thursday.
What am I doing tomorrow? Oh, I'm going to Worsley tomorrow. It's another long road trip.
In your own time, there, Cliff. In your own time.
I was going KS. I haven't eaten. I'm gonna make that. Okay, I'm
All right,
stupid.
take care, everybody. Hopefully I'm back at a regular time tomorrow. If not, I'll be a little bit late, but I'll let you guys know. All right, take care, have fun, and we'll see.